Hola amigos, my name is Veston, and this is another episode of Cartoon Theory. Now today, I have another Digimon-oriented video to talk about. Ever since Discotech redubbed the three Digimon films, Digimon Adventure, Our War Game, and Hurricane Touchdown, I feel like today's Cartoon Theory should be this. Which dub of these movies was better? The theatrical version from 2000, or the new dub from last year? Well, to answer that question, I have to say a few things. The Digimon movie was very poorly received by a lot of critics and fans. Now, I'm not a huge Digimon fan, but I thought the movie was okay. It didn't blow my mind or anything, but it wasn't that bad. Critics weren't the only ones who were disappointed with the Digimon movie. Showrunner Jeff Nimoy, who also provided the voice of Tentamon, wasn't too thrilled about the outcome. According to Nimoy, the film was supposed to be just the first two films, the Adventure one and Our War Game, but higher-ups demanded that he add the third movie in, which he wanted to be shown as a TV special. You know, if the people at Fox had just let the people behind the film do it their way, they wouldn't have had this problem. And they wouldn't have gone through all those plot holes to mention Willis in every part of those two stories. Many years later, in 2024, the people behind the Digimon movie decide that enough is enough, and they decide to give the three movie redubs. So Jeff Nimoy and Bob Buchholz, who wrote the original dub, had to start from scratch and read the scripts themselves so they would draw closer to the source material, while still retaining some of the dialogue from the 2000 film. And in my opinion, I think Discotech Media did a great job with this for the most part. They were able to get most of the original voices of the characters back to redub the movies, including Joshua Seth as Tai, Laura Jo Miller as Kari, Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Sora, Michael Rees as Matt, Wendy Lee as TK, Tom Fawn as Agumon, Jeff Nimoy as Tentamon, Kirk Thornton, Mona Marshall, and Lex Lang, amongst others. Even the voices they had to recast for characters like Joe and Meanie, like Eli Farmer and Elsie Lovelock, respectively, their voices matched so perfectly with the original voices I couldn't tell the difference, and I bet nobody else could either. So, which dub was better, old or new? Well, this may come as a surprise to you, ladies and gentlemen, but I think the newer dub is way better than the old one. Why? Because the people behind the dub were finally able to redo things they couldn't do when they made the 2000 film, lacking the name of Willis and keeping the source material of the original Japanese dialogue mostly intact. Unfortunately, I didn't find the redub of Hurricane Touchdown to be anything interesting. It was just boring. I mean, come on, the original dub of this story may have been botched, but at least it wasn't as boring as the redub. But hey, if this thing wasn't redubbed, I'm pretty sure fans of the second season would be extremely disappointed. The upside is that the original 2000 Digimon movie is now on Blu-ray alongside the redubbed versions of the three stories. Another upside is that you don't have to see Angela Anaconda before the movie starts, because in the Blu-ray, it goes directly to the 20th Century Fox logo. So, I guess that answers the question. I think that except for Hurricane Touchdown, the redubs of Digimon Adventure and Our War Game are way better than the original 2000 dub. But hey, hearing those voices again took a lot of getting used to and trying to recognize, mainly because people like Joshua Seth and Michael Rees are already in their 50s, so it would take a while to figure out if it's really them. So if you haven't seen the redubs yet, do yourself a favor and go buy the Blu-ray with those redubs and the 2001 movie intact and check it out. I'll leave a link to the dub comparisons in the description below. Until then, this has been yet another Cartoon Theory. Thank you, and goodbye.